this episode, we are exploring Kanazawa Castle and Kenroku-en Garden. The location from our hotel is roughly a 15-minute walk, and I wish I had a horse so I could feel the breeze because it was extremely hot getting there, but we managed.
Hello.
Not off to the best start because it is 9 a.m. in the morning and it is 36 degrees already. So in my daughter's eyes, this is a absolutely ridiculous idea. If the heat wasn't enough, now we have to climb this hill.
Let's go.
So here's the situation. We have an uphill walk and it's extremely hot. But on the left side, we have lots of beautiful shops selling touristy items. But more importantly, they have aircon. So the question is, how long before we jump into the stores?
It's 36 degrees. On my right hand side is the Kanazawa Castle, which is on the schedule to visit. And as I go to the other side, the K Gardens. Can't pronounce the full name, but you will see this as well later, perhaps in the evening. Right now, I need to make a decision where to start. And because it's so hot, I'm thinking let's get on with the castle, and I'm gonna make another visit to the other park on the other side, which is well lit up at night, so it's gonna be much easier. So let's go to the castle and check this out. This is just the entrance of the castle, and we're going to go in through this gate now. I am at the castle gates, and you can see these doors. Pretty cool. Just going back into that area, but gonna have to go find the rest of the crew because I seem to have misplaced Nicola and Mama. They seem to be somewhere, but not with me. So be right back.
I did mention the shops and aircon earlier, and that's where I found Maria and Nicola.
Kanazawa Castle. Here we are, and what I would like to say is, don't come to Japan in July. I think I've mentioned that several times in this Japan series because it is boiling hot. And most of these castles require quite a bit of walking, as it is a considerable size, the compounds, and a lot of stairs as well. So yes, we're just visiting part of it right now. I don't even know where we are, but we'll eventually get to the main parts. But it is quite beautiful, but that heat is challenging. So let me show you around, and we'll see how far we got in this heat. All right. So this is the castle grounds. This deck, I'm not sure when it was erected, but it is here, and this is the rest of the front yard. And what you see in front of me, just over there, is the entry point that we came through in. Let me go inside and show you around a bit. And you can see the beautiful architecture, and in the background over there is the actual main castle area. So let's see there. There we go. Let me take you in to this chambers, but before we do that, I need to find Nicola again. So this is one of those rest areas which allows you to just come and enjoy these little fans because it's much needed. But the good part about this is you got a sniper view. Let me show you. Okay, let's get closer. It gives you a glimpse of the castle, but for video purposes, we need to get in there. It is quite beautiful, lots of trees over there. There's a water surrounding of the compound, so let's get in there. Now we're going into... Yes, we are not going into the castle with this path. This is actually just one of the gates. Back this way. Let's not make mistakes in this heat. Nicola, you good?
No.
No, too hot. 1,000 degrees? Yep, 36. But we're gonna find our way in. This is on the other side of the building we just went into. That's that one there. And now we are approaching the main castle area. Trying to get this done. The faster the better, because yeah, the heat is exhausting. That's a SPF 50 umbrella we got in Beijing. I think it's helping. So let's get in there and see what this castle's all about. Like all castles in Japan that we've seen so far, there is a water boundary perimeter just around the castle. Probably for security purposes from back in the days when they used to get really hostile out here. According to the HBO series I've seen, and also the history books of the samurais, which had a lot of strong presence in Kanazawa. But anyway, let's go check it out. This is the main gate and the bridge going on into the castle. The water seems like it doesn't have much activity or life in there. There we go, let's get in there. This is the premium shade spot. Gotta get in there. Just the inner area of the front gate, and there's a second door just over here. All right, Nicola, we might find some aircon somewhere in here. Hopefully. I know, that's good, isn't it? This is inside the castle, and it's pretty much just renovated. And let's see outside. More of the same of where we came from.
I don't think we're being wrong to go in there.
Yeah,
Wait, is that the toilet?
that's the toilet.
No, that's not the toilet we was on. That's another.
I know. This is the front gate we just entered through. And it is so much better shooting this from inside in the shade.
We had scheduled roughly 3 hours to view Kanazawa Castle, and by resting in the shade, I know we're going to use up all 3 hours.
Careful, baby. How much of the castle have you seen so far? Too much? It's quite hot. Anyway, while we were walking, Nicola decided she's going to start her own YouTube channel. What's it going to be about?
And Roblox.
Yep, Roblox. So stay tuned.
And Artifice.
Berry Avenue in Roblox, and Dress to Impress,
Yeah, MM2. What are we supposed to
Meta Mystery 2. By the way, are you 13 to play the game? No comments?
Yes.
Alright, no comments.
Before we end the video, if you want my username and if you want to be a friend with me, in world blank. So my name is Nevada. Underneath, I guess a B3.
Nevada Augusta B3. We'll put in the notes in the video. All right, stay tuned. We'll be speaking more about that later. But let's
And
continue our tour castle.
the last game is
Yeah.
3008.
And the last game's 3008, as I was saying,
Tower.
and Troll Tower. We'll put a list, Nicola. So let's continue our tour of the castle.
The castle and its surrounding buildings have suffered significant fire damage over the years, so a lot of this stuff has been reconstructed. While most of the modern touches were done in 2001, while we were there, it was still happening. Reconstruction was strong.
There's the castle, and we just discovered there is actually construction work going around, so a lot of this compound's actually closed off. So let's walk around and see how far we can get and find some aircon. Nicola, let's see you. Oh my God. Yeah. All right, let's keep going and we'll find something. So this castle was actually built in 1580 by Sakuma Morimasa, and it was later controlled by the Maeda clan. And it serves as the seat of the Daga domain, one of the wealthiest samurai class during the Edo period. So from what I'm reading, this place was rebuilt in 2001 and 2010 using modern carpentry, which means no nails. Everything was constructed with nice geometry, excellent carpentry, and I'll show you some of those joints they've used to prevent it collapsing in earthquakes. Let's go have a look. The white tiled roofs are one of the unique features of this castle. This is how big the place is, and we started
We're somewhere in here.
around here, and where are we now?
Somewhere here.
Yep, somewhere within the central compound. And to see this properly, you probably need a drone or a helicopter because walking around is challenging. But what we're going to try to do is visit this area around here where there's a lake. Let's go find the lake, Nicola. This is how the edge of the buildings actually look like outside. So this is the first stamp we got, and now Nicola's doing the second stamp. So if you're into, let's get that in there, hold it still, put it next to each other, awesome. Nicola, how many stamps do you have now?
No.
Two? Now you got two, the red one and the purple one.
Yeah.
Now we have to go collect the green one. And then we've done all three. The quest is complete after that. So this place is great if you're into Japanese history and architecture. Then come inside and check it out. Otherwise, it is Instagram friendly, social media friendly. Just do the shoots from outside. That's perfectly good as well. All right, we're gonna hop back outside and get the third stamp.
The joy of finding a bridge under a tree, some shade, was so welcoming.
All right, we have found a way outside and we are wrapping up Kanazawa Castle. Drenching in sweat, might have to go back to the hotel to change. The thing about Japan is it's a very safe country. No one's going to steal anything unless it's a see-through umbrella, or if you dropped your underwear outside, then it's going to disappear. So yes, let's go change out of this sweaty clothes and move to the next destination. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
We're still missing a green stamp, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow. What's up?
We're going to go to a It's like water splashing. Or you
Sprinkler.
want, yeah, just a bigger one. Some flies higher. So we're going to be a little more wetter.
All right. We're about to go find a sprinkler and get cooled down.
And
But that's on the premium channel, right, Nicola?
yes, in you.
That's right.
There are several parts of the castle that have sprinklers shooting nice cool water. This is not for humans, but we just got caught up with it accidentally. Just cool down, keep a low profile, and don't make a scene.
Like I said, this premises that belongs to this Kanazawa castle, it is huge. Still exiting, but I found this beautiful path. Let me just turn this camera around so you can see it. Look at that. Nice, green, and downhill. That's a win. So we're slowly gonna go down this way and check out the gardens and then exit to the next location.
If you want snow falling.
This is the beautiful garden. Unfortunately, it is closed, and fortunately, it is closed because it is hot and walking around in that area doesn't look very inviting despite how beautiful it is. So let's just keep it on the video for now. So at times like this, you wish for a boba tea. That's how hot it is. But we're very close to the food market, which you're gonna see next. So let's just exit this garden gracefully without getting a lot sweatier than what we are right now. And Nicholas, being a good camper, just pushing on despite the hot weather. Nicola, you good? This is it. This is the garden at ground level. She's a beauty. Although I don't see any life in the water at all compared to the other shrines and castles I've been to. This is quite dormant. There's not much activity in the water at all. Okay, so this is the official exit now. I can actually see the gates right there. This is the garden. Done and dusted. Don't come in July, it's too hot. It's like grandma baked a cake and you're walking in the oven. All right, see you in the next location.
So I keep falling under the illusion that I am done with the castle, but I tell you what, the castle is not done with me because this place is more to it than the eye can see.
Hello. Here's the breeze sights. As one place finishes, another starts. This is the Omicha Shrine Area Garden. I might got the name wrong, but we'll fix that up in the comments section of this video. So this is beautiful, all the wooden summer palace houses. And we got a garden here as well, which we're gonna investigate and try not to drop in the water. Let's go check this out. So one of the important lessons I've learned on this Japanese trip is always invest in good software, because in Okinawa the fall was not very nice. Got a broken toe nail out of it. So yes, always invest in good footwear because you never know when it's gonna get slippery. That's right. Woo!
What happened?
That brick just moved. Should we take this wooden path? Lead the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fish
Where?
right over here. Let's get the zoom function going. Here we go. This platform is very secure. I hope I haven't cursed it. Hello, hello. All right, we're on multiple cameras. Nicola's leading the way here. I'm gonna keep the camera on the path, no selfie mode, because I don't want to be tripping. Nicola, I'm just gonna go ahead of you. There we go. Beautiful. Wow. All right, check out this fish. Nicola, come check this fish out, just chilling on the surface.
Oh.
And we'll continue on this garden. Quite nice.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, this is one of the things you'll probably see on the Google map. Let me take a few steps backwards while watching my step. There's a few ponds here. This is quite famous around this area. I'm not sure what this is, but I will find out and put it in the video subtitle area. That's beautiful.
The Kanazawa Castle and Omaha Shrine next door is huge, so make sure bring lots of liquid and stay hydrated. Because the statue is under the tree in the shade, I'm staying here and enjoying it.
We are just exiting the final part of this, and you can see the shrine entry just over there. So most shrines, they have this monument right in front of it that we are seeing right here. Some are in red, some are in concrete, the more old school ones.
Yeah.
And now we are moving to the Ochima Shrine, which is the main part before we go to the market. Let's go upstairs and take a look inside. Quick bow to pay the respects. One of the things you will see in front of each shrine is this dragonish figure. Let me zoom into that. There's usually one on the right, one on the left, in front of every shrine and temple. And behind me is the entry point, which we're gonna just examine a little bit further before we get out of here.
At this point, I am feeling the heat exhaustion and I couldn't wait to find somewhere nice and cool to have a nice cold drink.
And one of the other things you will notice is the water washing stations at each shrine.
Apparently, those ladders next to the door, you can actually climb up onto the tower to get a nice view.
This is the exit. Check out these doors.
I was way too exhausted to climb that ladder to get the higher point of view, so I decided to find that place with a cold drink.
And the stairs down, we are officially done. I don't know how many times I've said I've finished with this area, but this area was actually not finished with me. But now I can say with factual statements, look at my Google map and the streets with car traffic, that we are officially done. And next up is the food market and hopefully some aircon, because this is tough. All right, see you at the food market.
The link to the food market video is in the descriptions below. Exploring the castle area took roughly 3 hours, so there was no option to do the gardens on this day because it was too hot. So next morning, I woke up way too early and made my way from the hotel to the gardens on foot, not horse, although I would have loved it, because I really wanted to see this place before I left, because I've heard magical reviews of this garden, which is to be experienced in the day and also at nighttime when it comes to life.
The 21st Century Museum.
On my way to the garden, I came across this 21st Century Museum, which was very close but still interesting.
Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. I just got to the 21st Century Museum, which is in the background with a colorful monument or whatever it is. Haven't got much sleep, probably 3.5 hours. But this morning I decided I did want to see this before leaving Kanazawa. So here we are, crossing the road, and I tell you what, Kanazawa is absolutely empty in the morning. And it's nice and cool, and let me show you where I am. This is one of the local shrines, about a 15-minute walk from my place. And there's something very special about this area, and I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. Good morning. So we have the cleaning stations with water just over here. But let me take you to that special location, which is just around the corner over here. The reason I wanted to visit the shrine is simply I drove past it 2 nights ago and saw this. And now we're gonna go through this place first, which is people tying stuff up here for good luck, blessings, and all of that. And this stretches for quite a while. I don't think there's any spider webs here, so I won't get dangled in it, because being tall in this structure is a bit challenging, but here we go. A welcoming, happy dog sign. And then you get to purchase some of this cool stuff and just place it in here. I am sprayed with mosquito spray from top to bottom in preparation for what I might expect in this park this early in the morning. What really attracted me was this. A chance to check this out. They have something similar in Osaka and Kobe that I've experienced, but this is one of the larger structures, and it goes for quite a while. I actually have no idea how long this goes for till the top, but there is a temple on the top, so let's check this out. And as mentioned earlier, Every shrine temple involves a lot of stairs. So here we are climbing these to find out what's on the top. Oh, missed sunrise by quite a bit, but that happens. Let's get to the top and let me show you around. And right next to this lake, pond, should I say, is another shrine. Cute little bridge. Entry monuments. Let's get up here and see what we're looking at. More of the blessings, wooden poles. And that is the interior of how a lot of the shrines looks like, just a dedicated meditation, praying area inside each place. Now let's go further into the park and find the key attraction. All right, watching my head, as this is not designed for tall people. There we go. And let's go find the main attraction in the park. And the thing is, this is a small morning quest with a time limit because I do need to get back to the hotel in roughly 25 minutes, have breakfast, pick up my bags, and get going because I have a flight to catch. So, anything for the gram, huh? Anything for the gram or the tube. Let me get my sunnies on and find these trees. Let's go find these trees. Oh no, the main gates are closed. That's not a good sign, but there's always a way. Let's see what we can do, what we can find to get inside. This is just outside of the gardens. And finding a way in is proving a little bit challenging. But I'm gonna go back into the park and see what I can do there to get inside. All right, I will see you in a moment. So there's a lot of maintenance going on, but so far the panoramic viewpoint, this is it, kind of. Yeah, haven't found something that goes all in, but let's cross into this area over here. I know. Absolutely gorgeous, and this is where there's more activity in the park with a lot of people walking around for the morning walks. Some fishes in the water there. And now I am going to try to find my way back to the main road and to the actual hotel. So there's a couple of signs here. Nope, I gotta get the map out. Be right back. Alright, the good news is I found a exit, so I'm gonna actually exit this place and get back to the hotel. But that was it from this park, beautiful place, and just coming out of the Ranchimon Gate exit. Arigato agaimasu. Okay. Yeah, I can go. So the security guard has directed me to the way out. So all good. Quite a beautiful experience. Some would call it a waterfall and post lots of photos about it. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of running water through the park, which is nice, reduces the mosquitoes and so on. Okay, let's find my way back to the hotel and get ready to get to the airport. All right, that is it from Kanazawa. It has been a pleasure showing you around, and it's a beautiful city. You need at least 4 days or 5 days. It takes 2 to 3 days in the central city to check all of the areas out, go to the tea ceremonies and so on, and then the outskirts of Kanazawa to Makiwa village, where I stayed originally when I arrived. All of those areas are beautiful, so it takes approximately a good 4 to 5 days in a rental car to get the most out of this location. Till the next city, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. At the Modern History Museum, the 21st Modern History Museum to be specific. You're probably curious to see what this was earlier. Okay, here we are. And we can just exit the other way. Pretty funky. All right, let's find a way out here. That's been the theme of this morning, finding a way to get in. And then once I was inside the actual area, I had to find a way out since a lot of the gates were closed. They open around 10 o'clock in the morning, some of the locations, some of them open at 8. It's 10 past 6 when I was trying to exit, and it was a bit of a mission finding a way out. But yep, on my way to the hotel now, so that is awesome. Overall, Kanazawa Castle, the gardens, and this museum exhibition was very pleasant, but I wouldn't do it in July. Do it in the cooler months when it is a lot easier to walk around. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to watch the other Kanazawa video of the city, the food, and all the fun stuff. And I will see you in the next episode when we go to Tokyo.